becomes too intense, it might make it a little bit difficult for me to work.
Okay. But I would also think, as a courtesy, if your face has been done, you should stay, stay put, stay still, so the makeup could come out as beautiful as possible. And that's
I
also
agree.
making your work, smoother for you, so you don't constantly have to be interrupted and all the mistakes
Yeah, I
that
agree.
avoid some mistake that could be made.
I agree, but some people are very caught up with whatever they
Yes.
have going on, or sometimes they're on their phones, so they're like this, but I need your face like this. So um, it can be difficult at times, but I've managed very rocky waters. So
Would you
I'll be
say I was
okay.
a difficult client?
Absolutely not. No, you were fantastic.
Thank
She
you.
was a breeze and made it very easy for me.
Yes. Go ahead, Maggie.
Patricia, tell us basically when you are going to work with a client, what do you advise that client first? How do you prepare your clients to come to you? What do they need to do? Because now everybody's watching. I'm sure they want to know who you are, which we've already shared a little bit, but they also want to know what is it that they need to do in order for them to have a chance to work with you, and how do you prep them?
Okay. Ideally, as a client, a prep would be showering.
Not the shower, right?
Absolutely. You would have to shower, make sure you are prepared, your face is washed, your teeth are clean, and you prepare a blank and perfect canvas for me to work on. That's a very, very important part. Some people are very particular about their moisturizer, their skincare, so feel free to do so, but I also have everything. So I bring skincare and I also bring makeup, as they both go hand in hand.
Earlier, I noticed when you were working on Marjorie, you mentioned about the sponge that you were using. Very specific, because I know myself, because I usually like to have my own personal thing. So you don't need your client to bring their things because you already have everything for them. And the sponge would always be something new or something clean. Tell us a little bit about that.
Okay. I definitely have everything. I have brushes, I have sponges, I have all the makeup needed from A to Z. I am always open to using a client's personal items as well. If they have that preference, I'm okay with that completely. So if they want to use, let's say, their own brushes, their own sponges, I absolutely do not mind. I'm open and I thoroughly clean all my brushes, all my products after each and every single client, and I make sure that you are safe and beautiful.
Now let's elaborate a little bit more. As you know, especially during COVID,
Yes.
how was work for you? Was for most people, we know nothing was done. Myself particularly, I do not like to share certain personal items. But to piggyback on what Maggie was asking, if some clients want to use their own personal brushes, let's say, whatever it may be, will that be possible?
Absolutely. Absolutely. And COVID was funny for me because I'm already a germaphobe.
Yes.
So when COVID hit, I had everything. I had, 91% alcohol. I had the Clorox wipes. I literally had every single thing that I needed as a makeup artist to keep myself and my clients safe. It was, there was a little break for me where everybody was scared to just.
That's what I was going to ask you. How bad did it affect your business? Because sharing spaces alone was bad. Now sharing items, having somebody in front of you in your face doing your makeup. How challenging was that?
So it was challenging in the term of me having to buy KN95 mask and a shield, and I started using gloves, which I really love, actually, as it takes care of my hands a little bit more. So I do love it, and it keeps my clients safer. So it was, there was a little break, I would say. Where,
now, how long would you say that break was? A whole year? Like the first?
for COVID?
For COVID.
Oh, maybe a month or two, to be honest. For me, at least, because I do also work productions.
Wow.
So for TV shows and movies, it didn't necessarily stop. But they were testing us every single day.
Daily.
So I felt like my nose was overused and abused. But they were testing us every day and making sure that we are safe within the production and making sure that I was okay. But that month or two was kind of strange where everyone was even scared to see each other. So imagine even more as a makeup artist.
Now, as you have mentioned, you work on production. So,
Yes.
Patricia, have you worked with any artists?
Yes, I've worked with multiple celebrities. I've worked with, Juicy. Yes, multiple celebrities.
Are you gonna tell us who?
One of my most recent work that I've done, I've worked on a HBO show with Issa Rae called A Rap. Called A Rap Shit. I've worked with a lot of video shoots. I worked with Canis, since we're all Haitian, we know.
Yes.
I work a lot with Canis. I just worked with Anela Blackman. I've worked with, I've worked video shoots with Maybach Music. I've worked with, Young M.A. Honestly, I've worked with Kanye West. The list definitely continues, yeah.
So you're not just booking anybody, guys. You're booking Patricia, the artist, the celebrities, makeup artist.
Yes, 100%.
Go ahead, Maggie.
Yes. Well, now that we know a little bit more about you in the art field, the makeup, and we learn how you make sure that your clientele are protected in every aspect. But you also mentioned something else that you do.
Which is, we did.
Was that dancing?
I do love dancing. Dancing is my thing.
Yes. So tell us what got you into that and what took you, how did you separate the two of them? Were you able to do your act, I would call it acting, it's dancing and all these beautiful things together with your makeup. How did you balance that?
So dancing is a passion. I'm the person that has a dance bug, where I just can't. If there's music, I have to dance.
You're not alone.
Yes, I have a dance bug. I can't stop dancing. That's just my thing. And I started dancing. My mom was like, "Wow, this kid cannot stop dancing." So since I was 5, she put me in ballet and ballet jazz. I did a lot of different classes. I've done salsa, bachata, and all the good stuff. A lot of hip hop, a lot of dancehall, reggae. And after a while, I realized that performance does come hand in hand with makeup. Yes. So eventually, I realized that makeup was a different venture for me, where I started doing that and I loved it. But I still dance on the side, but I don't mix both. I can mix both for myself, but in terms of business, I don't mix both.
Now let's see, Patricia. Let's see if Kanye West watched you in his video. Would you ever transition from makeup artist to a dancer?
Yes, I would. Yes, I would.
Who would know with Kanye? Come on now.
Yeah, we never know. Honestly, I've worked, from the productions and the TV shows and a lot of music festivals. I have Ultra coming up where I'm the head makeup artist. I've been the head makeup artist there for a couple of years already. And all of those big occasions also have dancers.
Yes.
So it's something that I do appreciate to see.
You'd be doing the makeup and thinking, oh, should I be shaking it also?
Not necessarily, because if I'm hired for makeup, I'm really focused on that.
Wonderful. Professional.
I'm very focused on that, yes, 100%. I don't mix business with pleasure like that.
Awesome.
But if I am to be hired, let's say there's Kuka's Closet, which is a beautiful fashion brand.
Yes.
Haitian owned as well.
Yes.
She's asked me to model for her, and I said yes. And it was such a great opportunity for me to just model and have fun and be showcased in a different light than actually me just doing makeup. So once in a while I'll dip out from the makeup field.
Wonderful.
For sure.
Go ahead, Maggie.
Yes. Now that we are learning more about you, every time, you share with us,
Yes.
you bring more excitement into it. You let us, you slowly open up for us to learn more about you.
100%.
Being an artist, a dancer, and also a makeup artist, someone who is in the community, and you bring so many different aspects of you out there. Now, if someone actually, I know we talked just now about if you were to ask to go dancing professionally, you said yes. So is that because this is in your heart? That's your true self is a dancer?
Yes. 100%.
We can't hide it.
No, I cannot hide it. If you see me out and about, I can't hide it. I cannot hide it. I can't stay still.
Can deny it. We cannot hide it nor deny it.
Absolutely. The only time I stay still is when I am focused and I'm either doing makeup or I'm doing something that requires my tunnel vision. Everything else, aside from that, I'm dancing, I'm having a good time. I'm loving my life, I'm traveling, and I'm just living.
Well, talking about loving your life, I know sometimes it's difficult for us when we are going from one career to the next, when we're trying to find out who we are. Because myself, I know when I went to my transition and decided I'm going to stop working and start my own business, and it was difficult. What support do you have from your friends, family? How do they receive all these person that you're becoming?
Okay. My family was very supportive. They absolutely love me and push me at whatever I'm doing, as long as it's something that's good and that's purposeful in what I'm doing in my life. So my family was very supportive. They loved me, and I have amazing friends. I have a great support system that help me and that push me and that support me. And it starts by example. When I did launch my makeup brand, I invited a few clients, a few friends, and the support I received was just amazing. So I think it's very important to know who you have around you and keep positive people that love you and that believe in you around you, because that will definitely help you in whatever you're doing. Whether let's say you go from a lawyer to a radio host, whatever you decide to do, those who really love you and believe in you will be there right with you, holding your hand.
Would you say you didn't really have any naysayers to discourage you to say,
Oh, I definitely had some naysayers.
But you did not let that stop you?
Never.
Okay.
Never, because...
That's the message right here, guys. You will encounter those naysayers, but do not let that stop you. Keep on pushing.
Yes. And earlier, we started talking about support when we start our own business. And I mentioned, as a professional myself, I know sometimes it's difficult. You do not know exactly what to expect, and sometimes you find yourself all alone. And I'm trying to find out, basically, with everything that you're doing, Patricia, I know earlier when I asked you the question, Marjorie talked about the naysayers, right? What do you guys think about that?
Well, as you said, you did encounter some. Now, my next question is, as Patricia was sharing, she did encounter some naysayers. But I also want to know, what are some of the challenges you face starting your own business, being an entrepreneur? What would you say?
So fear was definitely one of them. I would say the naysayers would be, it's not just people that say, oh, no to you, because there's the people that will say no to you, and you have to learn to overcome that. And then you have the people that you lose because they don't believe in what you're doing.
Yes.
So that's a very hard one to digest at times, where you're like, wow, I can't believe that, let's say my best friend doesn't believe in me, or somebody that you would think would actually look up to you for being so independent and believing in yourself, they don't believe in you. So just changing that mindset of, it's okay because I still believe in myself and I still believe in my dream, and really just shifting that energy into something more positive and more fruitful for yourself and your future venture. For yourself and your future venture is something that's really a virtue within itself.
Awesome. Now, aside from changing your mindset, what would you say helps you stay motivated?
Within myself or with makeup?
Just to pursue